Good morning, everyone. I speak to you this morning on behalf of Shiplake's Eco Committee, a group set up last year from students from each year group who are really passionate about protecting our environment and all the beings that inhabit it. And the seed for today's thought for the day was planted when I read a quote last week from the author Victoria Erickson that really resonated with me, particularly with all of the uncertainty and fear that we've been living with in recent months. And the quote is this: "If you ever find yourself empty from something you cannot know or name, find a stretch of ocean, a field or mountainside, or even clouds and trees, because there are 1,000 ways to fill your tired soul so you can remember how to be, how to see, and most importantly, how to breathe." And as I read it, I immediately visualised the numerous fields that I had walked through, the hills my neighbours had climbed, the pilgrimages families to various spots along the length of the Thames, from Sonning to Oxford and beyond on those hot days in lockdown, when we refound the joy of nature and put our consumption of it on hold for a while. Next to the rivers and oceans, we remembered how to be, and more than ever, we were more at one with nature than I can ever remember. But after a moment passed, I got a little sad again, because I remembered that our relationship with nature, with the oceans, mountainsides and trees of Erickson's quote, is not all clouds and soul searching. It can be careless, inconsiderate, violent even. The oceans we flocked to for respite from our homes, for peace and attachment to nature, are actually a collecting ground for 5,000 items of marine plastic pollution per mile in the UK. 100% of marine turtles and 40% of seabirds tested were found with plastic pollution within them. So I ask each of us who categorically are against using plastic straws in order to save sea life, how many of us continue to use plastic bottles, bags, food packaging, or indeed eat the fish that we so vehemently protect through not using plastic straws? Imagine the impact if we all took the same stance against all damaging behaviours as we did against the evil plastic straw, which, by the way, accounts for only 0.025 of marine pollution, whereas fishing equipment accounts for 46%. And that takes us to the mountainsides, where multiple stressors linked to climate change are driving mountain ecosystems beyond tipping point, leading to fundamental change for the plant, animal, and human life that rely on them. The shrinking mountain snowpack is melting earlier and earlier each year. And this, paired with the ever-increasing temperatures, is often the cause of the horrific wildfires that we've seen in Australia and at the moment in California. Our actions contributing to global warming are affecting the lives of mountain-dwelling people and threatening the extinction of animals such as the mountain gorilla and snow leopards. But if facts about people and animals far afield in our global community are not enough to inspire us to live more sustainably, what about within the UK? Think about the people of Norfolk whose houses are slipping into the sea due to rising sea levels, or the 40% rise in the likelihood of the horrific floods that we've seen in York and Leeds over the past couple of years, or the shocking decline of the Shetland puffin, who have gone from 33,000 in their population to only 570 across 20 years. Our actions, though not 100% culpable, are contributing to these changes, and we do have the power to slow the negative effect of climate change. And so to the trees. We've all spent our lives, our childhoods, and even more in lockdown, climbing and naming trees, wandering through forests and woods. And as we did that, it's really difficult to be unaware of the teeming wildlife, from insects to squirrels and even deer. So what happens when the trees are cut down? When deforestation has become the new normal because of the products that we consume, 70% of land animals and plant life reside in forests. They are their homes, and when the trees are cut down, not only are their homes removed, their protection from predators, their protection from the temperatures are totally removed, endangering each species who relies on them. One of the biggest contributors to deforestation today is the demand for palm oil, which, although is a useful product and is contributing positively to the GDP of many developing countries, it is a gigantic contributor to the rate of climate change and endangering many species. With 500 football fields of forests across the world being cut down or burned every hour, We have to be more discerning about what we buy and considerate of the companies that make the 50% of products that we consume that have palm oil. Many are doing the right thing, growing responsibly and with care for the human, plant and animal life affected by its production. And these are the ones that we must make conscious decisions to use. Check out the WWF Oil Buyers Scorecard to see if your favourite companies have made a commitment to working sustainably and responsibly. So my thought for the day is one I hope opens your eyes to the impact of our individual choices have on other people, animals and plant life throughout our global community. And I hope it allows you to appreciate the beautiful nature we have around us even more than you already do, and awaken you to the power you have to protect it. For we know not when we will need it again as much as we have done recently. Look at the food you eat, the clothes you wear, the brands you use, and take the time to understand what their ethos is. Are they in the business of looking after this planet that has given us so much? If not, find an alternative that does. There are 1,000 ways to fill your tired soul. And we have seen recently that it is people, nature, family, friendships, our pets, and outdoor spaces that have fill us full of happiness. Don't be the person to take any of that away from someone else in this world because of a choice that you have made. Have a great day, everybody. And if you've got any questions and if you'd like to join the Eco Committee, please get in touch with me at any point. Come and have a chat or send an email.